Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Taffy, and welcome to the Guild of Dungeoneering, a game that I know Bear Taffy is playing and that NL has looked at, but it's time for me to mix it up a little bit, and I need a break from Darkest Dungeon, and I may even reboot that series. Holy shit, the singing. Here we go. New. So anyway, yeah, I just need a break from Darkest Dungeon. I may reboot that series.
Cheering all across the land, they're cheering, oh, to be a dungeoneer, chasing fame and glory.
I like his voice. It's like Darkest Dungeon. I enjoy his voice. So anyway, yeah, I was playing this the other day. It's like diet, cartoony, even more so Darkest Dungeon. It's not nearly as involved, and dying is not only permittable, but it's also relatively accepted and expected. So, you can read all this if you'd like. The Ivory League of Explorers, fuck those guys. Let's start our own guild. And yeah, man, I don't know how long this will run, because it is a very simple series of mechanics, even though it is a crazy frustrating game after a little while. Like, I've noticed I was tearing through it. Somebody bought this for me and left it in my Steam account, and if you were that person, I sincerely appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. And I've been playing it a lot, but it's surprising. It's like, you know, when they say Hearthstone, it takes a second to learn and a long time to really get good at it. It feels a lot the same way here, and there's a lot of RNG involved in this. So here's your barracks, and when we get into the combat, there's sort of a building and resource allocation series of mechanics here. So we'll build our barracks. We get Orv, who is our chump, who has 5 health. Click to rename.
The solitary lump.
There you go. Oh no, I don't want Denver to be the chump. Let's do
The sorry little chump.
there we go. That makes sense. We'll do it like that. Booyaka! Take that right up in your face. So we've built the barracks, and then from here we can kind of build out all the new stuff that we can get, and eventually there will be things that we can buy, but we don't have any money first. So our only real option is to go exploring, which is where the battle mechanic starts. Now, from the outset of the castle, you get these little dungeons. Quest 1 is going to be Squeak Squeak. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Rats, how original. That's never happened in an RPG ever before. But I love the visual aesthetic on this, man. It is a really cool, almost sort of pencil sketch, don't starve feel to it. So what we can do, they're going to place our first 2 cards for us. They're going to put us up against the rubber duck, and they're going to bait our character in with a coin. Now, we don't actually control where our character goes, with the exception of we can kind of dictate what paths are open and where he's masturbated by what treasure is laying around. Now, he's going to use his card Anger. Now, we get this is the one thing that so far has been lopsided in our favor. We start off with 3 battle cards to choose from. He starts off with 1 battle card, and it's played face up so we can see what's coming, and we can kind of gauge our response accordingly. Now, if we wanted to just try to blast him down, which I think I might do here, but I might try to drag this out just for the sake of illustrating. His card is Anger. He'll attack us for 1, but he'll also lose 1 health in the process, thus illustrating that it's not a very well orchestrated attack because he's rage filled. If we block that, he'll just lose 1 damage, or one heart of health. Takes our turn. There's simultaneous turns that happen when you move. So if you have a situation where you have 1 health and he has 1 health and he has 1 attack and you have 1 attack, you'll both die and you'll lose the character. It's fine. You respawn with none of the old loot from before. So here he has which is a stupidity card, which means he actually is basically going to take a pass on this. We have an attack called Lucky Hit, which is a 2-strike attack, which is going to take his health down to 1 and cost us nothing. So it's conceivable we actually could finish this. Well, we're not going to finish with full health because he's going to do 2 damage to us and take 1 damage, which obviously is way more health than he has. So we'll just block to be safe. Should do 1 damage to us and finish him off. And it does. We cycle through. We get to pick our loot. If we pick the wooden board, it becomes our offhand shield. It comes with the spell Repel, which is block 3 physical damage. We get Holy Seal if we take the Paper Crown, which is a head slot item. Which gives us the card the Paper Crown gives us Holy Seal, which is block either 1 of either magic or physical damage and gain 1 health per every one that you block. Or the Straight Jacket, which is just straight up 1 more health. I'm going to take the Straight Jacket, and there was the option for just taking gold, which then gives you a gold card that you can place to bait your character into a different walkway. Different characters have different reactions to how they'll proceed in a dungeon filled with critters. There's one class later on that actively seeks out higher class monsters and gets a boost for fighting higher class monsters. What I'm going to do here to sort of illustrate... okay, we can bait him into fighting this thing up here. Let's try to get more loot. That's kind of one of the few things you can control, is if you create a path that is the only path you can walk, you can actually sort of create a situation where you will earn more loot. So you lay down at least... you don't have to lay down any cards, but you can lay down a maximum of 3 cards in the beginning of the game to sort of create your pencil sketch dungeon. In turn, Stevie, our chump, 2 years in chump school for this, walks in to fight a nasty rat. We have 1 more health than he does, and we'll start with more battle cards. This is an unblockable amount of physical damage, so there's no point in trying to waste this card to block it. So I say we just do as much damage as we can back. So he'll get hit for 2, we'll get hit for 1. Same card again, might as well just go ahead and hit him 1 more time. Neurotoxin. Now, if he hits us with this, we discard 1 of our cards. So even though we have him close to death, I'm going to play it better safe than sorry. Nothing happens that turn, so it doesn't even report anything. Because there's no negative effect to this, I will just go ahead and take the punch of physical damage. We've gone through all of our existing cards, so it's going to reshuffle, and I might as well just finish it off here. We should finish at 2, he'll finish at 1. Yay! And our objective is listed up here: defeat 3 monsters, which I think we're pretty easily going to do. I like Cuppa. Cuppa is a magic damage spell for a double attack fire blast. I like mixing up, like, it's not always the smart thing to do, but I do on occasion. This is an example of not needing to throw down another card. I could play these other cards and fill out our dungeon. It wouldn't do a whole lot for us, except for, make everything look neater. But once we hit 3, it's going to take us wherever it determines is the best route to go. So there's a little bit of route planning in that. We're not directly playing our character. We are going to start with 7 health in this battle. Now, granted, this is just the tutorial. He doesn't have any way to counter the fire blast damage here, so I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can rush him down. I'm going to block that because I don't want to discard. That kind of basically gives us both a turn off. Because I can't block that, I'm going to go ahead and hit him for 2. And I think we're going to be in a relatively good spot to wrap things up here with an eyes closed punch. And that'll be it, and we'll get some gold, and we'll go back and rebuild our barracks a little.
Well now.
Yeah, you did it, Dungeoneering. You gained 60 gold.
Surprising. Thanks to you, I've lost a wager. Against all odds, you're surviving. Next time, I hope you find more danger.
It's a fun little. It almost feels like they got like fucking what's his name? Oh no, the guy from Macbeth 2. I have to look it up now. I'm sorry. I'm actually on the internet right now. Oh god, what was Steve? Whoa, man, I have to find it. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me insane. Is it Hamlet 2? Hamlet 2 is what I'm talking about. Hamlet 2 featuring Flo, god damn it, Steve Coogan. It sounds like they got like Steve Coogan to do like his best Flight of the Conchords impersonation. So we can't expand the guild here. We can unlock a new class, Cat Burglar. I like the Bruiser, so I think I might unlock that first. And then on top of that, Might, Magic, and Loot. So we can unlock, stuff to use, each at $50 a pop. We can unlock a Talisman, which gives us some sort of buff for the first 2 encounters of a dungeon. Or we can unlock a class. So we got the Mime, the Apprentice. I've enjoyed the Bruiser in the past, so let's go ahead and build the Bruiser. And we can put it wherever. God, I just like the sound that makes. Oh, that is strangely satisfying. This one seems appropriate for Denver.
Nor a poet or a muser, but one that fills the heart with fear. I give to you the Bruiser.
Strangely satisfying voice. We don't have any more real gold to spend because it's a bare minimum 50 gold. So let's go ahead and take our Bruiser exploring. And let's go quest 2, defeat the Rat King, and let's see if Denver's got the chops. Let's see if Denver's got the chops to take on the Rat King. So this is a situation where we're in complete control of our destiny here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to expand the level without really taking us anywhere. I mean, I'm going to put the... Oh, do I really want to fight a level 2 Ratman first? I don't think I do. So let's... Okay, so let's do this. We got plenty of combat up here. Let's take ourselves to fight a level 1. We'll only clear away the fog of war once here. So let's set ourselves up. Let's set ourselves up for success after the fact. I kind of just want to fight my way around this corner here, and I want to make sure that we're built to succeed. Now, there's really nowhere to put these. There's nowhere to put these that's useful. So just go ahead and end the turn. We'll fight our way up to the Rat King. And by the time we get up here and we're fighting 2s, we hopefully will be a level 3 and be well sort of oriented to deal with it. Well, there's no sense in trying to block that, so let's not waste a block, and we'll swap blows and hope that this kind of pans out. There, that's a great get out of here card. Is a block 1 physical damage, so that nullifies that, but we also get to do damage. Anything you can do to create a health deficit is more like, that's kind of what battle is. It's like a health deficit. It seems a waste. Sorry about that. It seems a waste of having the 2 blocks go against that 1 attack card, but ultimately, we're gonna get the win here. And I just didn't want to discard because everything could be useful right there. Straight Jacket +1, Wooden Board, Repel 3, Twig, Bash +1. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, but I really do like the 1 health because it, like I said, it's about creating that health deficit or that health advantage deficit for the enemy. And if you can do that right off the bat by just having more health, then so be it. I think this is just 2 gold pieces. Like, I think that's what the level is. I've not quite figured that out yet. I'm kind of working on that still. Alright, so we're going to make sure that he comes in here to fight because there's gold. There's gold in them our fights. Oh, there's nowhere to put that. Well, I don't want to risk having him backtrack away from the gold, so I'll end the turn this time around, and we'll drag him into quote-unquote proper blingin'. Proper blingin', my 3rd favorite hobbit. Oh, we also have Spiky. I totally forgot to mention this. When we fully block an attack, which we can't do this time, we actually do damage to the enemy. So every time he throws an attack at us that we block, whether it's magic or physical damage, we actually hurt him in return. Now, his first 2 attacks have been unblockable, so there's been no sense in trying to do that. But here, because I can block this and it actually stops a rather nasty side effect, I will go ahead and do that. And we get damage on him for it, despite the fact that we didn't throw a single punch. Once again, the same reason that why Get Out of Here is so good. We'll finish him with this, because we'll do 1 hit of physical damage and we'll block the 1, which Spiky actually hurts him. Alright, so we don't want to lose... We can bring this up if we don't know what's in our slots. We don't want to lose what's on the body. We may take the... Because block is so good for us, I think one of these offhands is going to be for the best. Now the problem is, there's actually a problem. If we pick up Wooden Stool, we have the chance of getting a Stupidity card, but the perks of picking up a Repel and a Bash, I think, offset that. So let's go ahead and put that in our offhand. If we get a Stupidity, as long as we're not discarding cards and we don't get stuck with a Stupidity card, we should be good. We should be good. There we go. This is me trying to figure out how to get up there. And I will, just for the sake of maybe being able to fill out all of our slots before we get to the Rat King, I'll make sure that we have as much combat between here and there as possible, which has backfired on me in the past. I'm not gonna lie. I've managed to die in places where I really shouldn't have even been fighting anyone. I should have been going to whatever objective it was that I wanted to finish off. So this is me just kind of blazing through the fight now, and we're actually dominating the shit out of this rat. We're gonna take 1 bite of damage. Otherwise, this is why I like the Bruiser, man. He's loaded up with counter cards, essentially. We don't have anything... Wow, that's so good. We don't have anything in our weapon hand, so let's go ahead and arm the Twig, which is an unblockable 2 damage of physical. Oof. That's nasty. You nasty, Bruiser. Massive Gem. Well, we're going to place that to bait him into the next room. We're going to load up. Do I want to fight the Knoll? I might as well. I say that. I'm gonna die on the way. I'm sorry, Denver, if I get you killed. That's my apologies. We have skills down here. Just give that a look here in a second. I'm still not worried about fighting a bat. Yeah, you know what? Let's just trade shot for shot for the first little being, because he's only got 4 health and we're This is another one of those situations where Spiky comes in handy. He's doing magical damage. We happen to pick up a blocking magical spell damage. So we didn't do any physical damage. We're still going to get that shot in thanks to Spiky. And then we can just finish him off with Oi. Nice. Hopefully we'll get something for the head slot. We did. We get Paper Crown. Not only it will gain us health, but it will cost them health too. That's so good. And we get this massive gem. So yeah, I think he beckons. So let's at this rate, let's just walk. Let's just walk to our fight. Then we'll finish off the Rat King, and I think that'll be it for the first episode. And I don't know how long I'll run this. I can't imagine it'll be a very long run, because it's a relatively simple mechanic. Oh shit, there's stupidity at work. Ratman and I are neck and neck here. Once again, this is one of those situations where we need something to offset. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. The stupidity card's a pain in the ass. I don't know exactly how long I'll run this for. I just know that I'm thoroughly enjoying it right now. I'll go ahead and run this because it keeps us way safe. I've had times where the cards have played out in such a way that I didn't understand the calculations. If you've ever watched me play Hearthstone, you know I'm telling the truth. Okay, so that's +2 health, but it gives you 2 stupidity cards. I don't know that I care for that so much. If we lose Holy Seal here, we'll pick up Smash and Fire Blast, or we can lose the Twig, and we can pick up the Club, which gives us health plus magic damage. Boy, those are all really good. I am actually, I think, going to give us... I'm going to give us the cooking pot on our head. Mostly because I also think it looks baller. We could throw in a mysterious fountain. I can do it there just to bring it up and let you see it. It alternates. It's like flipping a coin. If we were to go there now, we would inherit a trait for the next fight, but we didn't have that available to us, so it's not something we can plant on our way to a big battle. But it's nice to have these ready and willing, especially before you go into a boss fight or something. It's like having a full charge on an Isaac spacebar item, you know, before you go in to fight the boss on the level. So you can see where he's planning on going based on where his footprints are aiming. So it kind of helps you direct him if you need to sort of help him along. Fury, all physical attacks deal +1 damage if you're on half health. Wow. So Smash is going to hurt the balls off him. Look at that, 4 damage. That is crazy. And we're gonna take a little bit of damage, but this really should finish the null off. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Dominating. The stiletto, is that going to take the place of the wooden stick? Man, I don't know. I really like Smash. Shimmering cloak, is that worth 1? Glyph, is that worth... I feel like I'm happy with what I got, man. Mind Strike is cool because it's 1 damage, draw a card, and Holy Seal we lost. But we'd be losing Smash. You know what? Let's go ahead, just for the sake of mixing it up. Let's put the glyph in our hand because I think it's a 2nd level item. And then let's head up here and fight the Rat King. And you know, we didn't lose anything so detrimental with our offhand there. And these are both level 2 items anyway. All right, and we actually out-health the Rat King. So +1 HP for each surrounding minion, but we managed to kill a whole hell of a lot of what he had going on. We got lucky in drawing you trying something. We'll block charge. We'll start off with a 1 health lead. I'm not sure why that didn't work. That's fine. He can't block this, so we're gonna do 3 damage to him. He'll do 2 damage to us. Create that massive deficit, baby. Fire Blast will take him down to 1. We'll lose 1 as well. Oh, that did him in. Rat King takes 1 self-inflicted damage. Yeah, fuck him forever, man.
I'm not sure if you understand. This used to be a peaceful land. Since your guild come along, everything has gone wrong. And I dread to know now what you've planned.
Sweet. We have a trophy room. I think we'll put the tail of the Rat King.
Given all this doom and gloom of all the places you've wrecked, it's nice to have a big trophy room. A place to quietly reflect.
I concur, voiceless singer. Or I guess he has a voice, but visionless. He's not blind. Taffy, he just doesn't have a... disembodied. He doesn't have a body. I honest to God struggled to get that out of my head. Let's expand the guild. Warrior Spirit, if I'm not mistaken, is +1 health for the first 2 fights. Trickster's Favor gives you an extra piece of loot to choose from in the first 2 fights. Let's unlock one more person. We'll do it from magic. So let's go ahead and unlock the mime. And we'll put the theater over here. That's Akash the Mime.
Is there anything that's more soul-destroying than having to rhyme all the time?
Let's see.
There's only one thing perhaps more annoying, and that would be an insufferable mime.
That's gonna be Baze, because he's better seen and not heard. And then, you know what? As long as we're expanding, let's do another trinket, or let's do a trinket. Let's unlock. I can't remember what Hugs in a Bottle is. Let's unlock Warrior Spirit, and then we'll take the mime on a spin, and I think that'll be where we'll end this, and we'll see what you guys' feedback is.
What's this? There's more. A whole world to explore. Why, there's gold to be found and treasure in store. But what's the point? You're all hit and miss. It's so plain to see. You're not cut out for this.
Wow, this guy is like, he really is truly related to the Darkest Dungeon narrator, man. Packs laden with loot are seldom filled with supplies. Yeah, you know what? Thanks, butthole. These places are where I started to really have trouble. I started to really struggle on Quest 2 for these, when I was playing on my sort of just dick around playthroughs. So, the first one I have a feeling will turn out okay, but I got nerves. I got nerves about the rest. Alright, oh, look at you, scary. Excuse me. Let's go, I mean, obviously we gotta build out. We have to put a mysterious fountain, hopefully it's good. It's totally good. Fire Imp. And I guess we'll end our turn. It looks like we'll probably get our 3 monsters going, cha-cha. Depending on, you know, what we run into. The mime, I believe, is mostly magical damage. He doesn't have any special traits right out of the bat. We do get an right off the bat. So let's go ahead and do Imaginary Cannon. Boom. Spark. Huh. Let's do this. We'll do this. We'll trade. But we get to pick which card he gets rid of next. Let's get rid of Fiery Weapon, because that would actually do 2 hits of damage to us. I kind of forgot what we had up here. Let's clone the next enemy's card. If successful, which it is. Okay, good. We got a Stupidity card. And then we just go ahead and finish him off. Like, we've managed to build a large... we still get to discard one of his cards, but we beat him in the process. We'll get some loot. It's a rinse, wash, repeat situation, but it's still really nice. I try really hard to mix it up and to make sure that we have a good mixture of things, because there are a lot of levels that you'll find that you'll get one guy that comes at you with a lot of physical attacks and then one guy that comes at you with a lot of magic attacks, and your character tends to be sort of leaning towards one side of the effect spectrum or the other. So because I feel as though his mix is a lot of mostly magic, I'm gonna grab the fork, which gives us the bash, the 2 physical attack damage. I'm gonna have to backtrack, man. I mean, it's fine. We can actually get our 3. We can actually get our 3 monsters without ever having gone up there. It's a real sort of, hey, let's introduce you to the game by having you fight rats and spiders. Thank you, EverQuest and Warcraft and every other game. Alright, so he's going to hit us, and every time he does a point of damage, he's actually going to leech life, so we don't have any way to block that. So I'm going to try to make him... I think because I technically made contact despite him filling up again, he'll discard. I think what we want is we want him to play something we can block. I didn't have a block for that. I'm so good. I'm good at this game, y'all. All right, let's try to make up this deficit. I would hate for me to lose. Oh, okay, this is gonna be good. All right, so here's the situation. Imaginary box. We block that physical damage, and the next attack we do is double if it's magic, or next magic attack is double up. Bay's next magical attacks gains 1 damage. Because he's throwing physical, I think that carries over. I'm just going to block this one to sort of, like I said, create that deficit. Fountains. Heroes starting battle hand increased by... Oh, we get more... Okay, cool. We get more cards in our starting hand. That's the fountain that we walked through. We should beat him here. There we go. Yeah, it was a little dodgy there for a split second, but we managed to pull it out. Ruffled shirt. I kind of like paper crown, man, because we're seeing a lot of magic attacks and we don't have a lot of magic block. So let's go ahead and take the paper crown. We'll try to lay down any... Oh, God, it's all level 2 stuff, huh? Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this. And... You know, I guess we'll kind of leave it at that a little bit. I mean, we'll try to point him back in this direction, but... We're gonna go in and go 2-on-2. I was sort of hoping to skimp by with a level 2 us, level 1 them fight. Decay is scary, but or not zombie's scary because they have tons of health, but decay means that they take +2 damage in any turn. Or if we give them 2 damage, they get an extra. If we hurt them a lot. Is what I'm trying to say here, people. I want to block that. I don't want to trade with him right off the bat, and we actually gained health doing it. I will trade here because I don't have any way to block it. And we did extra damage to him because of that. I'm going to push through the 1 damage. I didn't have anything to get through that shield. So we don't have spiky anymore. So the smart thing to do here, I think, is to block with imaginary box. He'll take 1 damage off of his anger attack, and then we can beat the shit out of him with stage presence on the next turn. So 1 damage, nothing to us. Let's do discards. I'm relatively okay with what we have. I just don't want him to get something like this. All right, let's get rid of Acrid Frog. He'll do Headbutt next. I think we have a physical damage block. We do in Bullhorns. He's still going to hit us for 1, but we're going to finish him off and get a blessing from this fountain, which will take us through our. Oh, that was it. Yay, we did it.
It is to you, young Dungeoneer. You stood your ground and acted very brave. But how long before you feel the fear? And how long before you're in your grave?
I don't know, man. It's terrifying when you say it all spooky like that. All right, guys. So that. Oh man, I'm right up on this microphone. Like I am deep throating this robot cock right now. I did not mean to. I'm leaning because it's late and I'm tired. And I'm sorry for screaming into your ear. All right, guys. That was episode number 1 of Guild of Dungeoneering. I hope to get more of these up. It's a fun little game to play, and it's kind of easy to talk over, and it's not as stressful as Darkest Dungeon, and it doesn't have that feel of permanence, because you're going to lose guys left, right, and sideways. The graveyard cometh soon, and at some point soon, one of our mods or regulars will be the first person to populate it. But don't worry, I will send you plenty of friends. Shut up. Who is that? Shut up, Denver. Alright guys, I'm going to take a little break and go get some sleep, but in the meantime, if you enjoyed this, please leave a rating, leave me a little bit of information in the comment section about how you feel on your inner touchy-feely parts, and until next time, on behalf of the denizens of the cave and myself, my name is Taffy, and I am out.